Hello, guys. Welcome. Today, I have something which I would like to share with you. And today, I'm not here to teach mathematics, just like I have used to, and the way my channel used to. So, today, I'll talk about something. And as you know, today is on Sunday, 12th July. Now, today's someone, me as a Catholic, I'm proud to be one, but this one is to all Christian, no matter which religious you are from. Any religious you fit, this is for you. Now, uh, my title will be specific to nothing happens by mistake. I myself, I am a testimony, but I won't give that testimony today. But what I want to say is this: the reading from the Catholic, the reading today was very much captivating. Uh, One thing that sparked me in that reading and resonates with me carefully, I tried to wonder, why did Jesus kept on talking to his disciples in parables? I tried to understand that parable of the seed, but at the end, I only had to understand it. But now, what I want to say is this: our lives is full of so many sufferings, so many. And one thing that I did not like with that reading is a place that Jesus said, to those who have more, more shall be given. But to those who do not have, even that less that they have shall be taken away. Then I wondered, how? Does it mean that the poor are not considered? I tried to wonder with that thing a lot, but at the end, I only had to agree with it the way it is. But one thing I must say is that our lives is full of so much suffering every day. And just like I have started telling you that nothing happens by mistake. Today you may be suffering. Yes, it's true. But it doesn't depend that for how long will you be suffering. No one knows how long will I be suffering. How long will I be in this state? No one knows. Only that every day when you wake up, there's another problem, there's this, and you wonder. And then your faith also becomes low. And you reach a point that you again no longer believe in God. I want to tell you one thing: nothing happens by mistake in our lives. And sometimes you have to accept your situations the way it is. Because no matter what is it or what it is God. And one thing I must tell you, that God is there and God exists. And you never know. You never know. Maybe sometimes the money you are looking for, the opportunity you are looking for, God has been denied you in one way or the other. Because if you may have gotten that opportunity, you would have done worse. And you would have regretted more than your current situation. So you only have to be patient. You only have to pray and be patient. Do not be that someone who prays today and expect the prayers to be answered tomorrow, or maybe in the next 3 days, or maybe that very same day. You are expecting a miracle to happen. How? We are human beings. We live in challenges. We live in difficulties. And you have to accept your situation. You only have to pray. You only have to be persistent. Be persistent, even if still you can't see your way working through. Just be persistent in prayer. Because I tell you for sure, don't just pray. Don't just pray. Remember when God created us, He made us so special. And I cannot say that He created us in His own image and likeness. No. What made us so special, we human beings, is that we have brain. We have intellectual brain, which we can think. A very good system that separates us from any other creature that God created. You have to pray. At the same time, you have to use your common sense. You have to fight. You have to strive. Don't just pray and be there. Don't just pray and remain where you are. Pray and at the same time act. Act. It is God who created us. And that same God allowed us to suffer in a way that we begin to question his existence. In a way, we begin to not believe in him anymore. And you will get some people saying that all stories of Jesus coming is just a myth, it's just a tale. But reality is there. And one thing with the God gave us freedom. Freedom to do anything that we want. Freedom to choose how we live our life. Whether we will continue praising him, worshiping him, or doing anything related to religious. But that very same God gave us a freedom to not worship him, not to do anything related with the religious. But remember, at the end, no one knows. At the end, you shall be judged. And it will only be you and you alone. Sometimes I understand because I personally have suffered. I am a writer and I write various articles at a website or platform called Medium. You can find various articles of me at that place. And I can tell you that suffering keeps us away from God, but in a tricky way. If you suffer, you don't reflect, you don't pray, automatically you will drift away your faith from God. I want to be honest with you. I am a victim of this. There are some months after doing my high school, I really questioned a lot about God. And at that time, I suffered. I I went through a lot of sufferings. Maybe because of some misunderstanding on my side. And one thing that helped me, like I don't know, but reflecting. You have to be someone who reflects, someone whom even after doing a mistake, sit down and reflects that, am I really the one to be accused of what has happened? Is the problem really mine, or the problem is on the other person? You have to reflect. And the only way you can do that is by, sorry for that, but let's continue. As I was saying, reflect. Be a person who reflects, even after going through a misunderstanding problem. There are some problems that are beyond our understanding, and you are allowed to question about the existence of God or even the coming of Jesus Christ to die for our sins. Because there is one saint named Saint Augustine. Saint Augustine tried to understand God in various ways until one day along the beach he met a certain boy whom dug a small hole, drawing water from the sea and pouring the water on that small hole that he dug. Then St. Augustine was curious with the boy when he met that boy along the beach. And St. Augustine asked the boy, "What are you doing, young boy?" Then the boy told him that he was trying to drain all the water from the sea to fill in the small hole. St. Augustine said, "That is impossible. How will that one happen, you young boy?" Then the boy told him, "St. Augustine, the same way to you. You are trying to understand what you cannot know. You are trying to write the greatness of Lord in your small book. That one is impossible. That one will be impossible." Immediately after that boy saying that, though it's not the same or the exact word as that boy said, after saying that, the boy disappeared. Then St. Augustine came to realize that it was an angel who came to him through the young boy. Right now, our world has changed. So many things are happening in our lives. And of all the many things, worst or bad things occupies the biggest percentage. You only have to be prayerful and be yourself. You don't have to be intimidated by someone of bad character. You have to be yourself. You have to pray, know yourself, and know the reason why we exist. We don't exist by mistake. Because what I want you only to understand is that we are not existing by mistake. And the main reason we are alive is to give testimony to maybe those other generations that will be there, whom will be suffering because of not understanding or because of having low faith in understanding God. So be you, know yourself. And one thing I must say, even if you pray, pray with persistent. And even if you are being persistent in prayer, act. Act. Try different opportunities. Perhaps in trying, your prayers may be answered. Perhaps in trying or finding various opportunity, you may meet your fortune. Don't just pray and say all God will do. I am Francis, and thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time to listen. Thank you very much. One thing I must leave you with is, even if you are praying, even if you are being persistent in prayer, make sure you act. Make sure you try various opportunities. Make sure you also make friends, but good friends. And making good friends will all determine your thinking ability. Remember, you have brain, and with your brain, you can distinguish this one is a good friend, this one is like this. And so, may the mercies of the Lord remain with you, and wherever you go, or whatever you do, may the Lord grant you his mercies. Thank you very much.